A lot of you have probably seen this by now. It's a little clip of Anthony Joshua shadow boxing, throwing like a million uppercuts in a couple of seconds, Chris Eubank Jr. style. He posted it on social media, I think on Instagram as well as Twitter here. So I'll just play it for you. It's only a couple seconds. See him throwing 10 million uppercuts, finishing with a couple hooks at the end. Now, that's Chris Eubank Jr. Insta type stuff, whereby it's just meant for the casuals, because he's obviously not going to be able to deliver punches like that against an opponent in the ring. Not the million uppercuts anyway. What is more interesting to me is not the million uppercuts that he's never going to be able to deliver like that, especially not with big gloves on in the middle of a fight. It's not going to happen. But it is indicative of how much weight Anthony Joshua appears to have lost. He seems quite slim now in comparison to, I mean, look at his legs. He seems quite slim in comparison to how he's looked in his past couple fights. Now, I've been caught out a few times with fighters looking slim when they've got their clothes on and they're shot at a distance, or they've got photographs at a certain angle and it makes it look like they've lost loads of weight. I've been caught out with that before. I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. He appears to be slimmer. He appears to be substantially lighter than he was against Takam. He claims, or his team are claiming, that he actually is, but we have to wait till the weigh-in to find out whether that is actually the case. I think that it's a very good idea for Anthony Joshua to come in a lot lighter. I think 99% of people were in universal agreement that he had added too much muscle and it was slowing him down and it was impacting negatively on his stamina and on his mobility. So losing the weight should help him against Joseph Parker, particularly because Parker is known for his speed. I've said many times, and I continue to say, that Joseph Parker is the fastest big heavyweight in the world. And when I say big heavyweight, I'm talking about guys that were 6'4" and above. He has the fastest hands of any big heavyweight in the world from what I've seen. That includes Deontay Wilder, Joshua, Fury, all of them. Parker is the fastest in terms of hand speed. Maybe not foot speed, but hand speed, yes. So if Joshua was going into this fight as heavy as he was against Takam, it would make the speed gap between him and Parker more pronounced. So I think Joshua's doing a good job losing the weight, because if he is losing the weight, because that will help to close the speed gap between himself and Parker. And I don't think he's going to lose too much in terms of power or anything like that. I don't think Anthony Joshua is as concussive a puncher as a Deontay Wilder or even a Vladimir Klitschko, a man who he's beat. He's a good puncher, but I don't think he's as concussive, as I say, as some of the other guys. So I don't expect him to go in there and bowl Parker over in a couple of rounds. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a tough competitive fight between these two. I think it's a fight that will probably go long. I don't think the fight is going to end inside the first 7 rounds. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's not what I'm envisioning in my mind. In my mind, I'm envisioning this fight going late. I'm talking about at least 9-10 rounds, maybe even the distance. I'm envisioning possible controversy here as well. Joshua losing the weight, I think, will help a lot. But again, he's not going to be faster than Joseph Parker in terms of hand speed. He's not going to be more fluid. One of the problems with Joseph Parker, and one of the reasons I'm picking Anthony Joshua, even though Joshua could be guilty of this himself, is that Parker stands very straight up. You know, there's not much upper body movement from Joseph Parker. He's very, very upright. And I think that will play into Joshua's hands. One of the things about Joshua is he has quite a good guard. You know, he likes to block punches on his big forearms and whatever. And he's quite good at that. When he tucks up tight, it's difficult to penetrate that guard. It's when Joshua opens himself up, that's when he can be caught. Or when he's moving around the ring, trying to box like he was against Klitschko, he can be caught. But when he decides to come forward and he's got his arms up, he's got his hands up, like he did against Takam, he's relatively difficult to catch, and he's able to block and counter as well, which I think he'll definitely do against Joseph Parker. So I'm looking forward to the fight. If any of you haven't seen this video, or now you've seen it, him throwing a million uppercuts, it's just, you know, Instagram stuff to impress casual fans. Is it easy for any heavyweight to do that? No, it's not. But is it realistic to expect Joshua to be able to go in the ring and actually throw punches like this? I mean, where's he going to be throwing the punches to? His opponent's stomach? Like that? I seriously doubt it. So, you know, his opponent's going to be leaning on him. Joshua's not going to be able to have the energy. I mean, he's done this in this little short burst. Joshua could throw a 10 punch combination in a real fight, and after that he has to take a minute break. Do you understand? So a little clip like this is not really representative of what he'd likely do in a boxing ring in a real fight. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. It's Hatman, I'm out.